Hi, so nice to have you here, and welcome to 233 interview of COVID. Oh my God, I can't wait to hear some life stories of living in Vietnam during the COVID pandemic. And so let's start. Do you want to introduce yourself first?
Yes, sure. My name is Tuga, and I'm in Vietnam for about 10 years.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm a blogger, and I also do YouTube videos. I have my own channel called Tuga in Vietnam.
Yeah.
So there is some stories that I have reported about Vietnam and about the COVID, and the situation was slightly same. I would say slightly same China, with lockdowns where basically they lock the full city where I'm living in Saigon, former Saigon, which is Ho Chi Minh City, the new name. Yes, I was blocked for 3.5 months here without moving.
Whoa.
Full restrictions on movements and on even leaving your house. Yep.
Yeah. So until
So
now,
I was 3.5 months in the quarantine center. I was 3.5 months in the quarantine center without seeing my family. Okay, so that's what happened here.
Oh, but how long was the lockdown in Saigon? Is it still lockdowns now?
Now, 2 to 3 weeks ago, there was a release, so it's slowly opening, still with restrictions. Some restaurants and general commerce, it start to reopen. But other things like karaoke's, beer bars are still closed, and no idea when they will reopen again.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. Oh yeah, yes. So because so on the other day, which was yesterday, I have talked with a lady from Saigon as well, and she was introduced saying that Saigon had been almost everything is open, and they were government were sending supplies during the whole lockdowns time, and she thinks it actually works very good.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's actually a shock when I see your video on YouTube and you're posting about how those people were taking out, those things to spray medicines or water or something onto those buildings and on the street. It was I never seen this in my life. I mean, wow. Oh, did it happen in every lockdowns?
It happened during this lockdown. So the army came down to the city. So they control the city and they help to control the COVID. Yes. So they provide food supplies to the people that they were locked. There was about 4,000 or 5,000 streets fully locked, fully barricaded in the city, and so the army just left 2 to 3 weeks ago. Yeah, but you're right. They were supplying food to the people.
But how was I know that during the lockdown, so are people allowed to go only in their blocks, or they're not allowed to go everywhere? How about people who need medicines every day, there's some health issues? How do they solve this problem?
They could not leave their houses, basically. So there was a delivery service, which was in that moment full, because everybody calling for deliveries, and they were not allowed to leave their houses. So strictly no leave the house, except doctors and healthcare workers can leave their houses. So if you need to go hospital and if they stop you on the way, basically you need to show that you are going to the hospital to have some treatment. Yep. So it was quite strict control here during the pandemic. Yep.
Wow. Yeah. So we have like I'm currently in China at the moment, and we are in China during the whole COVID pandemic, and we actually we haven't seen like such extreme as like just in my city, the city I'm living, we haven't seen those like what happened in Vietnam, but like we have a similar situation which we are like only allowed to be like inside our house, and we're not allowed to even go downstairs to throw rubbish and walk around. That's not allowed. There will be security man walking around and telling you no, you're not doing that. I remember a very like extreme, it's like strange thing happened during the lockdown. So my father, he posted something about our like the the blocks we are living, and say like, oh my god. So he was actually going downstairs to play the skateboard, and the security man come in and told him like, no, you're not allowed to walk downstairs or anything. And he said he showed the post that the security man was actually posting on the like wall of the buildings, saying like we are allowed to go inside our blocks, just not to like go out of the block. Yes, that's crazy. Yes. So and yep. So like actually he posted about the video about this on the social media in China, and there's some like police and security men knocking on our doors and telling you like you have to delete this message that you're posting. The thing you are doing is not allowed, and those things. It's like does the same thing happen in Vietnam? Because I don't think a lot of like local people are posting about the COVID situation in Vietnam.
Yeah, in fact, the situation here, it was quite public, and I think there is no such thing here of that kind of situation. It's I felt that it was the way that the Vietnamese government found to control the pandemic, which they did. So now it's much better. There is 80% of the people in this city with 14 million already vaccinated. And yes, now they release the population to do their normal life. Yeah. No, I did not see that kind of situation. Even I did a video during the lockdown showing what happened here. I have no problems on that. Yes.
So Vietnam actually still like have a good like control of the virus, and nothing was like they're not controlling the the website and internet those thing. Yeah, that's good. So like so during the whole COVID pandemic in Vietnam, so do you have any friends or family or relative that have been test positive?
I have many people with positive. They friends positive COVID. They went to the quarantine centers, so they stay there for 2 weeks, 3 weeks until they get negative, and they can be released and back to their normal lives. At the moment of time, the situation start to be more critical, and there was lack of quarantine centers. So some of less critical people, they were able to quarantine in their houses, which is happening now.
So how is what is the quarantine center? Do they build like new houses for the quarantine, or is it like in the like particular hotel or medical center?
It's normally sports centers with big areas where you can accumulate 300 people. Some cases hospital. big spaces that are available for that propose are used for a quarantine. Yes, it's there was something built. I cannot tell you exactly, but yes, there was some new constructions dedicated to COVID quarantine. Yeah, but I cannot specify where and when, because, as I said, I was 3.5 months locked and away from the daily life and the world, so I have no idea.
Yeah, totally understand. Yeah, so anyway, like, so how long have you been like locked? Is it in your house or like anything like?
No, I was locked basically we can call a quarantine center because the place where I work was basically the place where I work was locked. So because was locked, so we had 170 people locked together. So if you watch my video, you see that I was working and sleeping in the tent, and we cook ourselves, and we have a facility shower, we showered together. So basically I spent 3.5 months inside that place where work and sleep and eat and live and do sports. And so yes, it's a 10,000 square meter place with nearly 200 people. Yeah.
But like, what happened? Did they have like positive cases in the place you work, or like why you were locked in this building?
No, there was no positive. There was few positive after opening, but during the lockdown there was no positive cases, and the way that they control the COVID, it was to lock all the city, meaning that.
But like you're not even allowed
home,
to go home. Like you're not even allowed to go home during like if they lock this building, you're not even allowed to go home.
No, I did not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I did not see my family for 3.5 months.
Wow.
I just see by Zoom or by social media, and the gates were locked. And there was no cars or motorbikes on the road, so everybody was. It's where you stay and you don't move. Basically, I was staying there, so I stayed there. I did not move for 3.5 months.
I can't imagine that.
Yeah,
so,
it was a bit hard.
Oh yeah, so I remember the news that I was watched from I think on YouTube or something. They saying the workers were running away from Saigon and from Ho Chi Minh City, after the COVID lockdowns. They were like a flee over the Ho Chi Minh City. Have you seen that news? That Vietnam is happened in Vietnam, if I didn't remember it wrong.
Sorry, it was cutting. Can you repeat again?
Yeah. So like, I think about last month, I see a news on YouTube. They saying the workers were running away from Ho Chi Minh City after the COVID lockdowns.
Yes.
And that was very.
Yes.
I mean, the picture was really like shocked, and people were having a motorbike or running by their feet to running away from the city, and. Does it really happen in Saigon as well?
That one. Yeah. That one. It was during the time that I was locked inside the place where I was 3.5 months. All that happened outside. If you ask me, you saw it? No, I did not see it. But yes, I heard that during the lockdown and due to the lockdown. The people, they start to look for their hometowns. There is about 60% of people in Ho Chi Minh City. They are not from here. They are only here to work. It's exactly the same in Beijing or in Shanghai. Most of the people are not from there. They come to Shanghai or to Beijing to work. but they're not from there. So exactly the same here. And during the lockdown, obviously they try to escape the barricades and to go back to their hometowns. They feel more protected. There was no virus there at the time, and they could have more services and they can have more facilities. So they try to run away. Yes. It was.
I mean, I couldn't imagine how like you've been locked in a place yourself, not seeing your family for like 3 months, even though. So you and your family are living in the same city, right?
Yeah. We were separated 3 kilometers away. So
not even 3 kilometers away. I mean, I couldn't believe this. Wow. I mean, oh my God.
Yes, so we were 3 kilometers away. So my wife, my kid, at home locked, and I was locked in the other side. And So at the end of the day, then they were able to deliver me some food and some drinks. Okay, normal food, normal drinks, not water. I spent quite long time eating rice every day, rice.
Oh.
So yes, and canned food. So end of the lockdown, I still locked down for another 2 weeks, and then my wife was already able to drive there and deliver me some food. So I have 2 last weeks that were better than the 3 months.
Wow! So two last week to be released from the quarantine.
Better, yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes, it was better. I was blocked, but I already have access to things that I did not have in the past. So it was better 2 weeks. And the feeling of release from inside, it's something amazing. It's like you are in jail for 3 months and then you come out and you enjoy every single moment of outside.
I totally understand because those few days on Chinese social media, people was like post about the photos that we have before the COVID pandemic, and people are now wearing face masks on the subways and everything, and that just seemed like a dream. Like like now every place you go, you had to wear face masks. You had to show your like green code. I mean, like you couldn't imagine the life before this. Yes, oh my gosh, why? Oh my God.
Here, everywhere you go, you have to have this. Basically, I have it with me all the time. So wherever I go, I have face mask. And it's mandatory to have face mask. And some of the establishments, you need to show also the vaccination certificate to enter.
Yeah, right.
Yes, so vaccination certificate and mask mandatory. Yes,
yeah.
And measurement of fever.
Same, because so about like last 2 months, my family was on the road traveling from like North China to like South China, and we actually in every hotel that you want to go in to live, and they will have to show you like your green code that shows you are not in any like the COVID lockdown cities in past 17 days, I guess. And also you have to show your vaccination card as well. But the most important thing is because I am 17 years old, so I'm not planning to get vaccinated until I'm 18. But like some of the hotel, like hotel will ask the people over there will ask you like, oh my God, why don't you get vaccinated? Like they have like very like not very good attitude, and they just say, oh my God, you should get vaccinated. You are trying to mess with other people. You're trying to like get positive of COVID. And I don't know. So the same thing was happening thing. So Oh my god. All right, let's jump on to
Yeah,
another
it's
question.
funny. It's,
Yeah, jump on to another question. So,
that's funny because you have not yet 18 years old, right?
yes, I'm not yet 18. Yeah.
So you will get vaccinated next year.
Yeah, me myself are planning to get vaccinated maybe next year. So yeah, I can share some situation now in China. So now I guess so you can get vaccinated after you were 12 years old, and you can get it anytime for
Right,
free.
right now.
Uh,
I watched some of your videos. Sorry?
Yeah, sorry, just some message jump out. So, yeah, keep going. Sorry. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. No, I was saying in the separate note, I saw that you have some kind of very interesting life before.
Yes.
And that's really amazing. I was very surprised with your experience, even though you have 17 years old, but your experience is probably equivalent to a 50 years old person. So,
Yeah.
very, very, very nice. I really got to see your pictures in the YouTube. It's really fantastic. So, congratulations. I really like it.
Thank you. Yes. So yeah, but like all my experience was very unique in China. But I think like like in Western like Europe or USA, there's many teenagers have the like similar life experience too. Yeah. So thank you as well. Yeah. Yeah. So another question is writing on there. So like. Do you think is there any good thing and good impact that have been happening during the COVID pandemic in Vietnam?
No. I have nothing positive to say about the COVID. On the COVID side and the situation, I only can say bad things because it really impacted a lot of people, including myself. The COVID has destroyed many shops, many commerce, many families, and yes, it was not a very good experience for 2021. So, if you ask me, if there is any positive things with the COVID, I don't think so, and I believe that most of the people will probably answer the same, as I don't see anything positive apart of the business of the pharmaceuticals that they start to sell millions of dollars on pharmacy items and pharmaceutical items. I think no one is happy with this situation apart of them, maybe.
Yeah. Sorry, just one more thing that I just jump out with. So like, you're saying during the whole COVID lockdown in Vietnam, so the government are sending supplies to people who are in the lockdowns or in the quarantines. Like how like.
Yeah.
When once per week per month, and what are they sending exactly, like I don't know, like what kind of supplies?
Yes, they send supplies like rice, vegetables, meat, fish. Yes, it's basically. I have a friend that also participate on the COVID campaign with the army. So they have cars full of bags, and they distribute the bags to the people on the alleys. Yeah. So that's more or less what happened. I did not see it, but he told me. So
have you
I know
received
because
the supplies
he told
during
me.
the lockdowns?
No, we were supplied also from outside, but it was not from the army. It was from accredited company that can supply food, and he have the license from the government that he can deliver the food. So
Right.
either is the army either is services that have the license to deliver the food authorized by the Ministry of Health and by the government.
Yeah. All right.
So it's not only the army that supplies the food.
So the food is free, and can they like afford as a like one man? Can you like if you don't have any incomes during the COVID pandemic in Vietnam and the lockdowns, can the food like enough for like you to live? I don't know.
Yes, the food distributed by the army was free. Yes, that one is free. But the other one that it's provided by the authorized suppliers, you have to pay. Okay, so if you were locked in the alley and you don't have food, I'm pretty sure that you will get food in your footstep. I believe someone will deliver food to you. Yes, but I also I'm telling you, I cannot tell you exactly because I was locked inside, and the stories I listen, it's what I heard when I came out from inside. So I never saw the army outside. When I was released, the army already left, so I never saw them here. Yeah.
I think there's Wi-Fi connection issues, so I can't. I didn't hear what you said. I only see the pictures. Can you repeat again if possible? Sorry.
Okay. Yes. I cannot hear you well. I think there is some kind of issues on the connection. I see here the connection red color.
Oh, right. So I think it's on my side. It's my problems. Maybe it's something wrong with the VPN or something. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yes.
All right. Let's do the last part. So like, what do you looking forward the most after COVID pandemic ends in Vietnam?
What I'm looking the most is to be able to back to my village, back to travel, back to explore Vietnam and the world, and freedom, and be free, and be able to and do what I like. That's the most valuable thing I can have when you are locked for so long. So that's what I'm looking forward for my future years ahead.
Thank you so much for participating and share your stories. All right, so I will add your YouTube account on the description below this video, and the video will be finished editing after within 3 days. And thank you so much for participating and share your stories again. See you later on Instagram.
Thank you, Sin.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Sin, and I hope you can reach 233 countries.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you will join all of us in the call to celebrate your achievement.
Thank you.
It's a challenge, I tell you.
Yes.
To put all in one Zoom to celebrate your achievement of 233 countries. Nice to talk to you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you.